Interesting question. It's not a simple reason, one simple reason why I did. It was a series of things that happened over a period of time. There was one thing that just made me do it, but I had 2 children, and I had to read to them when they were very young. I had to read books at bedtime. I knew of the books that they would have in school. I took them to the library. There were never any books where they could see themselves. And I was aware of this, but it was a rumble in the background. And I never felt powerful enough to do anything or say anything. And then gradually 1 or 2 books with Ezra Jack Keats from the States with black kids started coming into the library and into school. So I looked at those. A lot of them were depicting hard done by little black boys, and some of them weren't, relevant to England. They were set in America. And then when my oldest son turned 5, he went to school. And he had to do a This Is Me project, where the children draw themselves or draw a face, and they explain about themselves and their school experiences and so. And he came home. I didn't know about this because I wasn't educated in England. He just came one day and said, "This is my project, my This Is Me project, and this is me." And I was so shocked. I said, "Is this you?" And he said, "Yes, this is me, my name. I wrote it myself." And there was a big circle in the middle of the page, that "This Is Me" on the cover. And it said, "This is me," very badly written. But above that was his face, and he had painted it pink. And that was the pivotal point at which I thought, you know what? I've got to do something. And I drove home thinking all the way home, what should I do? And I decided to give him a brown crayon to color himself in the right color. So we got home and I said, "Well, I've found a brown crayon. Shall we color you in the right color?" And he said, "No, this is for a book, Mom. It has to be that color." And my heart stopped. I set up a publishing company. Did I have any choice? I started, because I was well aware of what was happening. I had to do something, but whoever I went to, it would be a process. And I had that sense of urgency, that panic, that I've got to do something, I've got to do it now. And I had a younger son as well. So I started Tamarind as a publishing company. There are other incidents that I could talk about, other mothers that I had talked to who had suggested, this dearth of books that showed our children. But nothing happened. We just talked about it. I realized something had to happen, and there you are, a publishing company. What else? 25 years later, I think, gosh, in retrospect, I have no idea how I did it. And that same child, when he grew up, he said to me, "Mom, you did all this." And I said, "I don't know how I did it." And he said, "Yes, but you were unfettered by reality." Because the reality was the publishing, the writing, the illustrating, the marketing. I had no idea of any of that. And I tell you, it was a journey full of pain, but full of fun.